What up, everybody? It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man. Back with another video. I wasn't sure if I was going to even bring this one up, but since we're in the atmosphere now of everybody beefing, from comics to rappers, now we got singers and melodic rappers beefing, man. Why not make a video about it since everybody's talking about the shit, man? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you see the the thumbnail and the headline. Chrisbrown versus Quavo, man. Who you got? Now the diss songs is out. One of them is called Weakest Link. The other one is called, man, I should have wrote this shit down. This is how invested I am into this shit, right? Anyways, man, before I get into that, though, what's more important is you hitting that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. And you can also win a free $300, man. We almost at 1,000 subscribers. I'm giving away $300 to a random subscriber once I reach 1,000, man. It's free money. We almost there. Appreciate everybody who's been subscribing. I appreciate everybody who's been watching, even if you haven't been subscribing. I appreciate all that shit, man. Appreciate everybody who's been commenting, sharing these videos, and all this other shit, man. I got a lot more content coming from y'all from the trip, but I just decided to make a quick little video since I got a couple minutes, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I heard the Chrisbrown track. Okay, cool. I heard the Quavo track. Okay, cool. And this is why I chose not to really make a video when everybody else was about it, is because, first of all, I don't really take Quavo serious like that. Like, I don't really take bruh like that, like on some gangster shit. I'm not saying he's a punk. I'm not saying he's not a man, but just on some gangster shit, like, that has never been, like, ever since I even seen the Migos from day one, I never thought that about any of them. I thought, these niggas is cool. They bringing something different. They rap style is different. Like, they make good music, you know what I'm saying? But, all that trapping and gangster shit, like, nah, I never put them into that kind of category. You feel me? Like, the history is kind of still a mystery to us. But anyways, Chrisbrown, like, we watched this nigga grow up. Everything from Isaiah, tell me, have you seen her? Like, we know, bro, we watched you grow up, my nigga. Like, all that blood shit, all that becoming a gangbanger when you're a superstar already. Like, if that's what bruh wants to do with his life, good. But I don't take that shit serious. Not to say Chrisbrown is a punk. Not to say he won't fight a nigga. Not to say he ain't a man, but like, all that shit that comes with being a real gangster in the streets, I don't, like, come on, bro. You would be a crash dummy to really be like that, and you're Chrisbrown. You know what I'm saying? And this is coming from somebody who thinks Chrisbrown is one of the greatest artists of this generation, if not ever. He's definitely top 10 artist ever. You feel me? Like, I fucks with his music, my nigga. Like, heavily. I fucks with his music, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a dope ass artist. But when it comes to all that gangster shit, like, I separate Chrisbrown from all that shit, bro. Like, I know some real gangsters, bro. Like, it's time in my life where I was really a real gangster nigga, and none of these niggas, it take one to know one, bro. And I'm not living no life like that now. Like, of course not. But, like, I've been that before, my nigga. I've been that before. You feel me? Chrisbrown ain't finna go kick in nobody's door and wave guns all in their face. Chrisbrown ain't finna hop in no car with no big homies and start flocking at the ops, bro. He's not doing that. So it's like, all that Chrisbrown gangster shit, I put that to the side, and I'll just focus on the music. Again, not saying that he ain't a man. He won't fight. He won't, defend himself, but all that gangster shit, I just really never took that shit very seriously, as I don't with a lot of rappers or people in the industry, especially if I watched you grow up. Like, bro, like, convince another nigga, convince these white kids or somebody else, but it's not gonna be me, my nigga. Like, I'm 40 years old, my nigga. Like, I've been there and done that. Like, I grew up in a time where, nigga, you walk outside your house and you getting color banged on, my nigga, just for the colors that you're wearing. You know what I mean? Before anybody asks you what kind of hood you from, you're already getting banged on because of the colors that you wear. Like, nigga, having to really walk to school every day from a Crip neighborhood to through a blood neighborhood every day, having to fight niggas after school or before school or both, my nigga. Or, you know, like, I come from that era, my nigga. So, like, it's a little bit different for me. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, back to the topic. I listened to both songs. People online today, since Quavo dropped his yesterday, is like, oh, Quavo got Chrisbrown. Oh, he came back. I listened to both of them 3 times before I just now walked outside, and I'm going to give it to Breezy, man. Chrisbrown got the better diss song. Quavo's, I mean, he said a couple things, but I think that it was kind of weak. You feel me? I think that both of those songs are too short. You know what I mean? First of all, I think they were too short. I think they, like, I want to, like, when I'm like, again, I'm from an era where diss songs was disrespectful as fuck. Like, these niggas is being too nice. These niggas is beefing over hoes, my nigga. Like, if anything, Sweetie just been exposed as an industry bopper. You know what I'm saying? Like, bopping and hopping from dick to dick, man. And, like, especially when I see niggas who, these niggas been sitting next to each other during the time where they're supposed to have beef and nothing cracked off. And even Chrisbrown alluded to this in his song, talking about, I didn't want to fuck up the money. Nigga, if it's really beef, if it's really on site and y'all are both already millionaires, fuck that money. Nigga, we gonna handle this shit right now. And that's another thing, what I'm talking about as far as like this gangster shit. Real gangsters, especially niggas who got money and millionaires, if it's really on like y'all are rapping about, it's gonna be on anywhere, anytime, on site. You feel me? You could be in the middle of church, nigga, and somebody's, you know, collection plate is about to get tipped over. It's gonna be some furniture moving around this motherfucker if it's really an issue. You know what I mean? And, like, I think people who ain't really from an era like that and ain't from a time in life where before social media, they don't really understand, like, real gangster shit and internet gangsters and, like, millennial gangsters, like after 2000s and shit, where everything just became watered down. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm from a time where you'll never see a Crip and no Red. You know what I mean? You'll never see a Blood and no Blue. But now you don't know who's Crips and who's Bloods around this motherfucker. So, you know, as far as the diss songs, I ain't gonna lie. I think Chrisbrown's diss song was better. I think he came a little bit more aggressive, and you know, it was just a better overall diss track to me if I had to rate them. You know what I mean? So we'll see, man. Who you got? Chrisbrown or Quavo? They're both great artists. They both have made great music. As far as that gangster shit with both of them, like, Quavo was only like 5 foot, bruh. Like, you're gonna have to have a gun, my nigga. Like, you're not fighting nobody fair, bruh. We seen you on stage doing your little dance and like, I don't know, my nigga. Maybe I'm just speaking from a nigga who got a bunch of gray on his hair and really been there in life and really done that, my nigga. Like, I know what real beef is, my nigga. Like, I've been to war. I remember waking up every single day loading clips of, you know, 30-round magazines ready to go kill something on sight, my nigga. So it's like, niggas gonna have to show me a little bit more. Like, let's just keep this shit industry, not because it definitely ain't in the streets like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, who you got? Chrisbrown or Quavo? Go listen to both of the disses and then come back if you haven't already heard them and let me know, man. It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker. Just wanted to make a quick video. I still got hella content coming from the Philippines. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. And you just might win some dough, man. It's your boy Sack the King, and I'm out.